in the live stream. Well, you're not live, I'm live, and the prompt says that I'm live, so that's why I start my tune. Now you're looking at something that's not me because I'm messing with the camera. It's a live stream. It's a live stream.
In a new space.
In a new space in the live stream, sitting in an actual desk in the live stream. Still figuring out where I want to put stuff like cameras and whatnot in the live stream, but that's okay because it doesn't matter. People don't watch my live streams for professionalism anyway, so it doesn't even matter really at the end of the day. Hey, I actually rhymed in one of my little tunes. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. You seem depressed as hell. You know, haven't been doing the greatest lately. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. What are you talking about? Well, right now, nothing. Right now, we're talking about how depressed I looked. But the stream thing is like arguments for the existence of a god. Are there any arguments for Christianity? I'm an atheist. My wife is furiously scrubbing a wall in the background.
I don't think it's doing it. I mean, like, it's doing something.
It's a little loud.
Like...
Oh yeah, that's come. Well, it doesn't look like it's coming off the wall, but something's definitely on the sponge, right?
Yeah.
All messages. Sorry to hear that. Anything happen in particular? Just lifing, you know? You know God exists. How do you know God exists? Just life. Just a lot going on in life. Busy, tired. I've been sick for the past few days or so. There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
Furious scrubbing.
Yeah, just gotta get that elbow grease, but it is working.
I'm not gonna do this for a while. I just want to test it.
I feel angry about the holidays. I don't mind the holidays. The holidays,
Hello, chat.
It's Taylor. No, just life. At work and at home, it's just been nonstop and crazy, and just got a lot going on, and I'm tired. I haven't caught a break, and I've been sick for like almost a week on top of all of that. So we're doing great. We're surviving, and it's great. Sorry to hear that. I'll live. I've definitely been through worse. Because, like, it's not even, like, really anything catastrophic is happening. I'm actually working on trying to, like, do good stuff, and if this extra work pays off, it can be great. It should just work. So, like, it's not even like everything's going terrible. I'm just tired.
You're definitely echoey in here, considering it's only you and a desk.
Yeah, I need to fill it. I have a proper office space now, a proper room, desk, chair, everything.
Welcome.
Thank you to Taylor for getting it set up, or at least painted.
I had a secret project this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Spent 2 days.
She shampooed carpets, she painted walls, she did the whole thing without me noticing.
Well, you're at work.
While I was at work. But yeah, I'm gonna get bookshelves behind me eventually and just like fill out this. I need this room empty in like a week of like everything besides a desk and a chair, so I can't set up the office yet. But I'm excited to do that. I believe in Marvel Jesus and the Holy Daddy, Wolverine. I think I can get behind that. I think I can get behind that. There's no objective good if you don't believe in God. Sure. Has Taylor been doing wifely duties? She has the past few days.
Only the past few days.
Well,
Wow.
You've really been going hard out of the past few days, just because I've been nonstop at work and at home trying to do stuff. She's taken on some of my portion of the household chores, I should say. Which I appreciate. There's a big pink spot on the...
Yeah, I missed that.
It's okay. Yeah, I think it adds character to the room. Like that little spike next to the light switch.
Oh, it'll just scrape right off.
That little light. Yeah, we're not painting over that. That's character.
It happened as I was taking the tape off.
Man, try to find other people, compare you with them, and be thankful. Try to find other people, compare you with them, and be thankful. I mean, I'm thankful for a lot of things. I didn't move out. I actually moved to this house like a month or so ago, and like are just now getting an office space set up. But we know good exists. We know that our concept of good exists. We have a whole system of morals and ethics that we've built over time as we've learned how to deal with one another. And good and bad is a part of that moral ethic system. Roughly duties are to be completed by wife. Man work job, women do housework.
I work and do housework. Eat that.
I work and do housework
I
too.
know. I'm talking to the chat there. I can do it all. Hey, look,
wait.
there you go. It's cleaned.
Oh, nice. We share the responsibilities of stuff. We work together. Are you mixed because you look at half and half? I am about as white as you can get. If you don't want to believe in God, you won't. Well, it's not really. Belief isn't based on what you want or not want. It's either you have enough reason to warrant, my brain's not braining. You have sufficient reason to warrant a belief in something, or you don't. That's kind of what belief is. Have a good day. I would like there, I've said it multiple times in my content and in my live streams, I would like there to be something else out there. I would not be upset if we found evidence of like a God or something else out there. We just haven't, you know?
You want your character in this little spot separate by the ceiling from this wall. And only this wall.
Yeah, up top, hiding in the popcorn when you can't get it.
Yep.
Maybe that.
Because if I get too close to the popcorn, it sticks to the paintbrush.
Maybe that's why the woman is so angry, because she needs to focus on wifely duties. Maybe.
Not angry. I have a feisty
No,
personality.
we know you're joking. I wouldn't have read it out loud if I didn't know you were joking, Mixed.
I have a feisty personality. Although, I was legitimately angry yesterday and I actually terrified people. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, I got forced to work a 12-hour shift yesterday. It was pretty fun. Do you
Let's just
support
say
Jesus?
Mama Bear
Not really. You will convert. Dolphins? That's a pretty compelling argument. My advice would be to run from all religious places. I think I would agree. Only Satan worshippers sell the gospel. Sometimes. Why do you say there's no evidence of God? There's tons of evidence, like creation. Something doesn't come from nothing. I don't think anything came from nothing. As far as I can tell, nothing is nothing. As soon as you put any kind of attributes toward it, including creative attributes, it ceases to be nothing. So I don't really think everything came from nothing. I just don't really know where everything came from. Although if you believe in a God, then that God had to have come from nothing or always existed. It's like everything needs to be created except for this one thing. He can be the exception. Which doesn't make too much sense to me. Jesus was a man that was female in gender, and she returned as a black cis lesbian woman. Nice. Why don't you support Jesus? Not really all for the Bible. Not gonna lie. So where did everything come from? I don't know. God is eternal, so it doesn't make sense for him to have a beginning. Why can't the universe be eternal? Finally able to catch a stream. Yeah, Doom, I haven't seen you in a while. Doom, you scared me because like until I think it was until you posted that thing in the Discord, that video in the Discord, I hadn't heard from you in weeks. And I'm just like, did he leave? Like, did he unsubscribe? Because that's like a big thing. Like, subscribers and followers like come and go. Like my numbers fluctuate and everything. But if somebody who's like been around and like established leaves, I'll be like, what did I do? You know. So I hadn't seen you in a couple weeks, and I was like, oh no, no, come back. I am not Irish. But it is good to see you, Doom. Oh, hi, welcome. Why is it not considered indoctrination to brainwash toddlers and babies into subscribing to a certain religion? That's a good question. It is. Apparently the universe had a beginning, so it can't be eternal. Our current state of the universe definitely appears to have had a beginning. But prior to it, it could have been something else. Although, you know, we're talking about something before time and space, so before a concept of before would even make sense. She's just laying on the floor behind me, scraping paint off of the trim. Also, legitimately, you gotta set up a Discord stream notifications. Discord stream notifications. A lot of times I just didn't get the YouTube notification, and by then it was too late. Damn. Yeah, I might have to do something like that. I have a live stream. I have like a notifications channel that I could put it in. Guys, I was actually there when the universe was made. We actually live in a giant hairball that an interdimensional cat coughed up. Hey, my idea involves an interdimensional cat.
It's Space Cat. It's real.
We could have all been... My thing is the universe being pooped out by a giant rainbow space cat during the intergalactic laser wars of Stardate E370 in hopes that we would become the next prime species rising out of the ashes of a war-torn multiverse. That's my canon. Most people who are Irish are Catholic. That's why I asked. Now, as far as I can tell, if you track back my lineage, you get Poland, Czech Republic, and England. So.
I'm German, Dutch, French, Mexican.
Yeah, you're German, Dutch, French, and Mexican. So we got a splash of color.
Asian from my grandmother's side.
We got a splash of color.
That didn't surprise you.
Ancestors are from Ireland. Nice. I can set it up for you, but for you where a bot automatically does it if you like, and it like connects to my YouTube. And how would you be able to set that up? I mean, if you're able to, I'm not going to stop you. So where did everything come from if not God? I don't know. I was raised Catholic. Me too. Mexican deport, right? Some people would agree, unfortunately. I was raised Baptist.
You wouldn't have this.
It would not. It would suck for a lot of reasons.
And I would have our daughter with me. Because she's part Mexican too.
Because apparently, if you were born here or whatever, it doesn't fucking matter anymore.
No, not like I've been living here for, my
entire life. And your parents and grandparents. There are bots you can make automatically check your YouTube and notify people that you upload and start a stream. Might be good. I wouldn't know the first thing about that, so if that's something that you are able to like knock out, just let me know if you need what all you would need from me. Yeah, I need some bot permissions to be able to set it all up. If you're not comfortable with that, totally fine. I think I can trust you with some bot permissions. I just don't. I'll have to look at where to give you those. I'll look at it. Good evening from Scotland. Good evening from Kansas. Welcome. Hello. Yeah, I was raised Catholic.
This looks like a seat.
I wouldn't. I cracked one of these putting a screw in it, so I wouldn't put.
Serious?
I wouldn't put any kind of body weight on it. This is not. Yeah. Hello. I just find why the universe is so perfectly suited for life. The Big Bang couldn't have caused this. Why not? Why couldn't it have? Maybe life is just a natural process of the universe. And maybe this was the only thing, maybe this was the only possible outcome for the universe, because we don't know how it could have been different. We don't have any other universes or models or anything to study to prove that it could have been any different than it is. And even if it was different, if it was different enough and still able to bring about life, however different that life would be from us, would still be sitting around saying how perfect things are, you know? So there's too much that we don't know. We're pulling from just an empty bag there when we say stuff like that they couldn't have happened or things like that. Anything but what the Bible says? What do you mean? Carpeted floors are nice, huh? Actually laying down carpeted floors. I felt smart today. I might post a picture of it in the Discord. I set up the office. I set up my desk in the office, so I had like desk box trash everywhere, styrofoam and whatnot, all over the place. And to get to the backyard where my trash dumpster is, my trash bin is, I gotta walk through the house, making several trips, dragging stuff through, probably trailing styrofoam or something. Or I have a window to the backyard right there. So I just opened the window and took off the screen and moved the trash and recycle bin right under the window and just threw things directly out the window into the trash and recycle bin. I'm smart sometimes. Sometimes. Rush Hour 4 will be in theaters next year. I don't know what that is. Or if it's a meme or anything.
We were just at theaters last night.
We were at the theaters last night. I got out of my 12-hour shift just in time to meet our movie plans, even though I missed dinner plans. We saw the second Wicked movie. Quite good. Hello.
You missed your dinner plans, but because you have carrot wine. I mean, you had leftovers that you got to eat today.
I did. I ate the leftovers today.
You
Are you from Wales? No, I am not. Got a few people guessing my lineage today. That is a few people that just came into chat and with no knowledge of what we had been talking about, just coming in and asking about my lineage. And it's fine. I'm not trying to poke fun or anything. It's just interesting. Just people coming in. Are you Scottish? Are you from Wales? Are you this? So you're Irish. I am not. I am white. I am a white citizen of the United States.
I mean, Irish is white.
That is fair. Irish is white. That is fair. But I'm not Irish. I'm not that kind of white.
Some people would guess my siblings are.
What's that? Your siblings?
Some people would guess my siblings are. The red hair.
The red hair.
The red hair.
See, bottle of water. Random process can create variations, but the universe shows consistent order and patterns that allow life to exist, but to be odds of this being natural process is low. How did you determine that? And if the processes are consistent, that might just be because it's how the universe works. The universe works the way the universe works. Therefore, it stays consistent. Oh, you're not pure white. What is
What is pure white?
First off, what about me saying no? What about me saying bottle of water makes me not pure white? What was that test? I want to know how you got the results from my answer. I want to know what the test was.
You need to break down.
It's a bottle of water. I can say it how I usually would, just bottle of water. That's how I would say it in my normal day-to-day life. Without the enunciation. Bowl of water. Yeah, right? Over our... I have a hard time with my R's. I have a speech impediment, so, take that into account. Over our undercolor water. Over our undercolor water. It's a lot of R's. It was hard. He's talking about how English people say, oh yeah. I got that part. A Christmas perspective would be observe. A Christian's perspective would be observing and reasoning. Okay. Definitely not pure right. What am I? As far as I've had family who have done the ancestry track your lineage thing, and from what they saw, they have found England, Poland, and the Czech Republic. That's all I got so far. You sound more like an African. Okay. I guess I don't really know what that sounds like.
Interesting.
Dude, he's just not from the UK, right? Kidding. Okay. I am Midwest. Like Scottish or something. I'm sure we all got a little bit of mix of something, I'd like to believe that there has been splashes of color.
Especially in the United States, the big melting pot.
Yeah, the big melting pot. Oh, Wisconsin? No, Kansas.
You have? Don't you have family in Wisconsin?
I have family in Wisconsin.
You have family in Wisconsin.
Ear piercings. I do have ear piercings. See, you get to see my ADHD on display a little bit more now because I'm in a swivel chair. So I can just sit here and swivel, and I can't stop.
See, I'd be messing.
I can't resist the swivel. Messing with the lights.
I'd be messing with you.
That's a little too distracting for me. It's a kitty deal.
Your keyboard's not?
No, I guess I'm just kind of used to it.
I'm sure you get
Can you even see? Yeah, it doesn't really illuminate my face at all.
It doesn't.
Yeah, I supposedly.
Lights.
It's got lights.
It's got lights.
You supposedly got some Middle Eastern Germanic thing going on. Interesting. Did you like Princess Diana? Didn't know much about her. Don't know much about her. I think there was a kitty out there somewhere.
I think so.
Kitten. Kitten.
Kitty.
Yeah, the cats can't just walk in now because I have the door shut. Are you really from the UK or are you just fooling around? I was born and raised in Kansas. The real question is, what did Princess Diana think about me? I think that's the important part. It's all about me.
Right outside the door.
Kitten.
I stuck my hand in
Snickers.
Anything Snickers? It's Smokey! See, I knew it wasn't Snickers. Just by my touch.
I did.
It's not Snickers, especially because Snickers
She
I feel
did.
like would be a little more playful and try and stick her hand under the door to get my hand as I was pulling it away.
She would. And Smokey did give a smoky noise while she was out there.
Thanks, Smokey.
Kansas. She's a next door neighbor. Who did I just? Whoopsie daisies.
What'd you just do? You hit Doom?
Doom. Doom, I want to apologize. Doom.
Drew!
Doom. Doom. I missed.
Doom, where are you?
Doom.
Come back. What have you done? He just came back to your stream.
So sorry.
What did you do?
Someone was talking about their genitalias. So I went to I went to like just hide them from channel, like take away their like commenting privileges. And I missed and I hit Doom. Oh, did that take your mod privileges?
You might have.
I accidentally hit hide you from channel. Do you still have your mod privileges? You don't have like the mod thing by a thing anymore. Add as moderator. Okay. There you go. I got you back.
There you
I'm
go.
so sorry. I'm so sorry. Serves me right for trying to do it on my phone. Big beefy thumbs trying to click tiny things. Just need to do it on my computer.
Just came
I did
back.
Thanos snap Doom. I absolutely Thanos snapped Doom. Like the last person that I would ever want
We literally
kicked from
were
my
so
stream.
excited to see him.
Literally so excited to see him like 10 minutes ago. I'll forgive you after you spend an eternity burning in hell. Only then. You know what? For you, I think I can do that. He's restored to his rightful power. Everything's fine. I'm glad that I can... Because I got scared for a second. Like, what if it doesn't let me undo it? But just clicking on you, it gives me an unhide option. And then I can just add you as mod just from the chat. So it's like, great. If not, I would have gone behind the scenes. At least later on and like fought. I would have like just found you. I would have gotten you back. God damn. Alright. Honestly, a completely balanced punishment. I don't know what these atheists are going on about. God is so cruel. Well, there you go. At least later on. Yeah, if not like right this second, I'm in the middle of a stream. Dude, I'm in the middle of a stream. I can't be bothered to get you back immediately. No, I would probably pull it up immediately and try to go find you. Smokies? Fucking hell. Alright. Hi.
I love how the cats know what to do with this new space. She wants up on those shelves.
Yeah, she does.
She wants up on
She
those
can't
shelves.
get up there.
She can't. She wants up the shelves.
Smokey's just staring. I don't know if you can see her.
Hi, Cat.
She's just staring up at those shelves in the closet.
Oh,
There's no way she
you're
can.
not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it.
need a step stool. They're gonna give you a step stool. She's trying. She's like, oh, she's gonna go for it. She's like moving, like getting ready for it. Like she wants it. Like she keeps like stepping as if she's about to jump, and then like aborting. She's just chirping. Yeah, climb up the wall. Smokey. It's okay, babies. Some high places you just can't get on, and that's okay. See, now I feel like I need to give her
A way up there?
a way up there. I feel like she'd be happy with that. Maybe when there's more stuff in here.
You put a comfy chair there, she'd probably make the jump.
Probably. Did you guys move? The room seems empty. It was my daughter's playroom. We moved that elsewhere in the house.
I moved.
Taylor did all of it. Moved elsewhere in the house. And are setting this up as my office.
I painted.
And it temporarily needs to be empty for things. But in about a week or so, I might be able to actually set it up. I at least have a desk and a chair.
Needed to be empty so I could paint, and then it stay empty.
Would you prefer if you exchanged your cat for a medium-sized dog? I'm too emotionally tied to these cats, not gonna lie, but I have always been more of a dog person.
Yeah.
She'd like a cat tower. We have some like cat trees and stuff that she likes messing with. So make it a stream room. Stream room, just kind of office space overall.
She's actually a cat that has claws, so if we full on put like
The
stuff
carpet on
wall
the
that
walls,
she can climb
yeah.
on, she would love
She
that.
could do it.
She would love that.
Would you prefer to exchange cat for dog? I'd prefer to have a dog.
Yeah, you won't let me get a
Not with 3 cats.
dog.
Not with 3 cats.
But a dog.
No.
Even your grandparents mentioned last time I was over there that they're like, watch before long Taylor will have a dog.
We need to lose at least 2 of the cats.
No, absolutely not.
And then I'll think about it.
You're just gonna come home today and I'm gonna have a dog.
Yeah, probably. And then I'm gonna be the husband who's like angry and like hates the dog, but then like sleeps with the dog every night and plays with it and everything.
Secretly loves the dog.
But yeah, a proper like office space for stuff. Hi, bipolar yet to be diagnosed. Always fun. Always fun. Hope all is well for you. You want a Burmese mountain dog? I've always had labs growing up. I really like labs, but they aren't healthy creatures. They're prone to being sick and having health issues and stuff.
And I want like a little bit of a smaller dog.
A little bit of a smaller dog.
That can't just like yank me around.
Luna's smaller.
She's smaller.
She's
still a little
I think she's like a pointer lab mix.
Especially with our daughter. She definitely is more terrifying with bigger dogs.
How are you functioning? One day at a time. You know? Just get through to the next day.
Oh, I was at work today. Just surviving.
That's what I've been doing at work.
We're just surviving.
Survive one day at a time. Based on my experience, border collies are unfathomably healthy. My dog is like 10 now. She moves like they're a year old.
I'm surprised you put your thing in all the way over here.
Either or. I don't think it really matters. I mean, I guess I could use that so there's not cables behind me. When I put the shelf there, I'll definitely have to move that. You know, I just put it.
You'll have to,
I just
'cause
put
I
it
don't know
here.
How far out the shelves go.
I know.
You're gonna
Yeah,
have to go.
I will. I just parked. Let me figure that stuff out. Stop getting ahead of me.
I'm not trying to.
Let me trial and error and see what doesn't work.
Notice that that's getting pulled kind of tight, so.
it's got some.
Okay.
It's got some give.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll work out all the kinks. You got it. My office.
I know. I know.
My office.
I know. I know.
What is a border collie?
I'm gonna say this right now.
What does that look like? Yes,
That
ma'am.
family room's gonna be mine. I'm not gonna get to have a craft room area or anything. Family room will be mine.
Okay, yeah. Border collies. Really cute puppies.
Border collies.
Is Faith a border collie?
I think Faith is. Yes! That is exactly what Faith is, and that is the exact kind of dog I want.
And Doom says they're healthy dogs.
I want a border
kinda
collie.
sounds like we're getting a border collie when the time
I
comes.
want a border collie. Are they hypoallergenic at all?
Probably not.
I do want to think about that for you.
What do you need to process? Like, what do I need to get through the day? What are the little things that you've grouped to process? I'm not sure what exactly you're talking about. Like, just like how to get through the day or what? Do you ever download Grindr to talk to local gay men and then delete the app after telling multiple guys you plan on coming over? No, because that would be what a shitty person does. I love it though.
Oh,
I'm just glad my dog, who's a border collie, German Shepherd, has a build of a border collie. No back issues. Nice. Sounds like we're getting a border collie. I don't know. We have a border collie, another border collie, German Shepherd mix. I like German Shepherds. Extremely energetic, always good. There's a reason they're sheepdogs. Were you a high school genius? You stopped moving. You're welcome. Little things count. Little things do count.
I definitely think it would be a good dog for our only child. Someone to run around and play with.
High school twink star? No, wasn't. I posted it a while back. Let me try to find it real quick. I made a post on my YouTube a while back of high school me next to nowadays me, and yeah, there it is, there it is, there it is. There he is. There he is. That's probably like freshman or sophomore year, Drew.
I think that was junior year, and I think I took that picture of you.
Junior year, even worse. Yeah, I posted that a while back next to this photo of me. A little bit of a glow up. I look like shit now just because I just haven't been taking care of myself. Yeah, you guys have the same kind of dog. Think about something minuscule. It will stop you moving. Maybe. I think people with ADHD are all secretly a little genius in one way or another. Instead of putting in hard work, we took a shortcut and just tried to be smarter so we can half-ass things. There's a little bit of truth in there, I feel like. That Tiny came in. I suppose everyone's a little genius in one way or another. Especially if you get an ADHD person who like hyperfixates on stuff or finds something they really like. Like I'm really passionate about the religious stuff. So I just am soaking up all this information about it. Same thing with like space stuff, just stuff that is exciting and interesting and keeps my interest. I love learning about all day. Drew is the atheist, the one and only. When you open your mind, you rock. I like having an open mind. It's a good thing to do. Religion was definitely my gateway into my obsession with philosophy, STEM. Yeah, religion was my gateway into my obsession with, like, religion. We had a pit bull border mix, pit bull boxer mix. She was amazing. That sounds like a very cute dog, actually. Remind me what the purpose of the stream is. Think you want to get converted, or yeah, it's just like an atheist theist live stream. I know we've completely lost the plot, but it's what it is. Most people who claim to be open-minded are typically the opposite. Probably. I have met quite a few people who have been like, I ask questions, I've done my research, and then they say, like, why should we believe in God? Well, look at the trees. It's like, you didn't do your research. You didn't really put in the effort, did you? Why are you an atheist, would you say? I'm an atheist because I don't have any reason to believe in a God. I really want to remove all of those screwed in vents.
They need cleaned.
And clean the inside of
They
them.
need cleaned.
It would just, the screws would look ugly when I'm done. But yeah, I really do want to do that one of these days. Because I vacuumed out the other vents, but I didn't vacuum out those vents. And since they're screwed into the wall and painted over, they've probably not been vacuumed out or cleaned in a minute. Do you know that Taylor has a single video on her account of her slipping on ice? Did Christ have a hand in this? Maybe. Why are you gay? Because men.
I have other videos, I just haven't posted. I've forgotten to post them.
You should post them on your YouTube as well. She's got a couple more on her TikTok. I think is where you usually post.
My TikTok. I haven't posted in a minute.
I did research. I looked up talking points on answers in Genesis. Right. If you had... Jesus made her slip because he was angry with you, Drew.
I slipped twice in that video.
So God's a coward that attacks the woman instead of the person who he has beef with. He's a coward. Instead of facing me, he makes my wife slip on ice. Which actually kind of works out because then I, who had non-slippery shoes on, was able to walk up and help her up and be the hero. So thanks God for teeing me up. If you had good reason to believe Jesus Christ resurrected, would you still consider yourself as atheist? If I had good reason to believe in the existence of a God, I would believe in the existence of a God and I wouldn't be atheist. I don't know if Jesus resurrecting would quite get me there. Probably get me close, if not. But like, if you could demonstrate that the claims of the Bible are true and like therefore the biblical God is real and whatnot, then yeah, I would believe in a God. She should post videos of her doing wifely duties. One of the videos is her cooking.
And using my quesadilla.
She was making a quesadilla and she went to flip it and it went behind the oven. And she got upset.
I'm so upset.
He's known for
see
being
it in my face.
He's known for being a big fan of collective punishment. He is known for being a big fan of collective punishment. Like, David, I hate you, so your baby's gonna die. Quesadilla to port, right? I mean, I'm the one who showed her how to make the quesadillas on the stove. Yeah, Miriam and Aaron, yep. Is it still back there? No. That was at the old house as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, somebody else's problem if it was, but no, she went and got it.
No, because we got a new oven, remember?
That was the old oven.
That was the old oven.
That was the
And then
third
it went
oven
out.
that we had.
That was the second oven we had.
No, we had 3 ovens.
Yeah.
No,
That was the second
new
oven we
oven that
had.
we have in there now is the third.
It was the third.
I didn't word that right at all.
Yeah.
But we've had 3 ovens at that old house. What do you think of Trump being part of the LGBTQ community? I think it'd be great if he wasn't attacking it, you know? It's like, sure, if he is, that's fine. There's plenty of other reasons to dislike him. It doesn't redeem him in any way, but it's like, if you are, you know? Imagine finding a moldy quesadilla behind your stove. I got to this house and I went to clean the fridge, and like the freezer has like a section underneath like the shelving and stuff. It's a pull-out drawer freezer. It's one of those fridges. It's actually kind of nice. And like I looked back there, there was like food back there. There was frozen bags of breast milk. There was a frozen bag of what appeared to be ground beef. I think there was a thing of vegetables of sort. Peas.
I pulling out peas.
Yeah. Just like
And maybe corn.
back there. Corn maybe too. Just like sitting in the freezer for who knows how long. Having fallen into like the unders of the freezer drawer, like under the shelves. It was gross. I also, not to shit on the previous owners too much or anything, but like some areas of the house looked spotless, and then some looked like they had never been cleaned ever. The thing that was driving me crazy was the amount of toenails that I found all around the house that I had to clean up. That was, I don't know. It's like there's no judgment. Like if you don't clean underneath the sink, like there's like a sink stand counter thing in the bathroom that like it's one of those on legs. You don't clean under there. Nobody cleans under there. But like, hey, when you clip your toes on the side of your bed, pick them up. It's just toenails. Just like especially in our bedroom, just along the wall, just like so many. Just like the little things, just like animals. Then I would find them like in other rooms and in the living room. Just like stop clipping your toenails everywhere. Pick up your toenails. That's my rant about the previous owners. I'm sure they were lovely people. They were great throughout the process of us buying. He's an 80-year-old man, wears makeup and spray tan every day. This is true. Are you actually trying to convert or even see a good argument for theism? I would love to have a good argument for theism. I'm all about it. What did you just do? That's my pen. I only have 20 more like it that I don't use.
So I think you'll be fine.
What am I going to do without that?
Get another one.
You could probably, honestly, use a butter knife. That would probably work better. The pen's not very sharp.
Let's have to go out there.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to.
Literally every openly gay man I have met has dyed their hair the same color of blonde that Trump does. That's pretty funny. Theism, as in just believing in God, is a dead-end subject. Because while within the realm of imagination, there's absolutely no proof of a God, but at the very least, theism doesn't make truth claims. Depends on the theist. If you're a Gnostic theist versus agnostic theist, there are some people who believe in a God and who claim to know for certain that God exists. Why am I changing perspectives? What do you mean? A good argument for theism would make my day. A good argument for theism would make my day. Wifely duties include shopping at various haberdasheries to acquire sufficient quantities of writing utensils, such as pens.
You have a whole pack of them.
a lot of pens.
You have a whole pack of them.
The Shroud of Turin, not really too compelling.
I don't have to go all the way in the kitchen because I have
Confirm.
in my nightstand.
I don't know what the other two are. Scott's. Maybe you can explain some of those. The Shroud of Turin's not really great evidence. I don't know what Sudarium of I'm mispronouncing it, or the Hungarian Prayer Codex confirm the Book of John in the Bible. Explain that a little bit more. Or I can take a picture of it and, not be lazy and do my own research later. Yeah, why am I taking a screenshot on my phone? This isn't the phone that I use. Yeah, I gotta take a picture on my other phone because I'm rich like that. Not really. I just kept my old iPhone after getting a new phone, and now I have an iPod. Most of these are Gnostic. They claim without a shadow of a doubt that God is actually true. Yeah. Oh, sounds like the woman has been completing wifely duties. She's got a knife in her hand right now, so might chill out. What exactly are you doing? Just trying to separate it from the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you're talking about Christianity, not theism. And a cursory Google would show how wrong you are about using the Shroud of Turin as proof. I've done some Googling on the Shroud of Turin. Shroud of Turin is basically the same as a piece of toast that had Jesus' face on it. No. Well, I think it's a little bit more than that. It's just kind of seems like it was probably more of a medieval art piece than anything. I would go look up the back and forths of the Shroud of Turin because there's some interesting stuff and then there's some not interesting stuff. It's one of those that's been a little over. I have stars in here. I have stars in my office.
Complete derailment of that train of thought.
ADHD. The fuck else I'm talking about? Shroud of Turin. It's one of those that's been talked about a lot, so there's just a lot of information both ways that all argue against each other, so it's a little bit of a thing to dig through. But I don't find it convincing. People in chat are asking if you would ever do a... I don't know if people in chat are asking about that. Set your place in timeout. I just won't read it out loud. The Prayer Codex thing is just a depiction of a Gnostic Christian burial, not tied to the Shroud of Turin. Okay. Imagine using a cloth to dry your face and then decades later somehow retained an imprint of your face. That's just not possible. What was his burial shroud? You've done Googling. I've seen the entirety of documents on it. Unfortunately, comment section isn't quick for contact. I've seen a lot of documents on it too. Just like I've seen a lot of verified, scientific documents on a lot of things, and then you dig into it, and it's scientists who don't have actual credibility, or you can't find their names anywhere, or some sketchy. When people say the Eucharistic miracles, it's the host had blood on it, and it was the same blood type of Jesus. We don't know the blood type of Jesus. When you really look at it and ask questions, I understand the documentation, especially when you look at the biased one-sided documentation. I understand what it looks like, I really do. But when you dig a little bit more into it, things don't hold up as well. Are you spending Thanksgiving with your in-laws, parents? I'll be bouncing around places. I think I got your siblings and in-laws, your dad and stepmom tomorrow, and then your grandparents, then your mom's side tomorrow. So your family's tomorrow. And my family is Sunday. As a reminder, he wasn't buried for decades. It was 3 days. That's it. But it was magical. He left his face imprint intentionally. Even though, it seemed like that would have been a cool thing to mention in the Bible. Shroud of Turin is just something that kind of just popped up. We didn't, nobody said anything about it in the, it seems like something that should have been mentioned in the Bible. And not just he had a shroud over his face. No, somebody actually finding it and seeing that it had an imprint. Sounds stressful as heck. Being around family stresses me out. I have a guy. He's not really a coworker. He works in the same company as me. He's like district and he comes out to help. He's in a polyamorous relationship. So he's got a wife and a girlfriend. I think he's got 2 girlfriends. And they all know about each other and they're all cool with each other. But his wife today, he was telling me about it yesterday. He and his wife both worked today. And his wife's very conservative parents were coming into town. And we're going to be left at home alone with his girlfriend, who they don't know about. I don't know what they think the dynamic is, but they don't know about the polyamorous stuff and would probably hate it. So it's just them spending a day with his girlfriend, who they're not supposed to know about or whatever. And I'm just sitting here thinking, I kind of want them to find out. He's like, why would you wish that on me? I'm just like, it's the tea, watching the chaos unfold. I don't wish it upon you, but just watching the chaos unfold. Scholarly consensus is that the prayer codex imagery has nothing to do with the Shroud of Turin. This is my first time hearing about the prayer codex, so I can't speak to it. They both depict the same figure with the same herringbone weave, and for some reason have the same unique 3 holes in the exact same spot, both the Shroud of Turin and the prayer codex. So there have been samples taken from the Shroud of Turin that date it back to, I think, medieval time, and not the actual time of Jesus, indicating that it was probably an art piece. It really seems, especially when some of this stuff isn't mentioned in the Bible, it really seems like it's something that was just kind of made up later on and made up later on. You think if Jesus was concerned with evidence, he would give something more substantial, less contestable, less confusing and ambiguous and vague. Stop showing up on things of toast and come cure child cancer. I don't know. Do better, Jesus. Do better, Jesus. Eucharistic miracles were sent anonymously to cardiologists. I understand that people might think they're one-sided, but the primary researchers on the most famous Eucharistic miracles was an atheist. See, I looked into some of those researchers, and the credentials in the background were a little bit sketchy. It's been a minute since I looked at it, but I would just recommend digging more. Hello, I found a YouTuber that has some very interesting views, and I want to get your opinion on it. If you want, I can send you a link. I can't receive links. You can just tell me who it is, and I can try looking him up. He did give something substantial. The shroud has that. It's big words I can't understand. It's 200 nanometers thin, nothing more, nothing less. It's a photographic negative centuries before photography. Was it though? Is it though? Without paint, watercolor, oil, starch, zero pigment. There is pigment on it, isn't it? Isn't there? See, this is the thing. There's so much on the Shroud of Turin from both sides. It just kind of becomes a mess. It's a random barrel image from a completely different culture that has a shape on it that coincidentally shares characteristics of it is from the 12th century, which precedes the shroud by 100 years. Jerome's sky does not have a chemical profile congruent with human fluids or any type of photography, primitive or not. Just a cloth with dye on it. See, this is the thing. I've honestly just kind of given up on the Shroud of Turin. I'm not going to lie. Because both sides of it just go so deep and so in. And both sound almost compelling. That it's just become drowned in the back and forth. And it's incredibly hard, for me at least. Maybe that's just my own, my problem. Maybe that's just a me problem. But it's not one of those that's easy to really dig through. Regarding the Shroud of Turin, there was a recent study done within the last year or so, don't quote me on it, that used certain X-ray testing and data more accurately. And see, it's just testing after testing, and then this test was done, and then this scientist said this, and then if you date it, if you look at this cloth, we took a sample of this cloth and it was from the medieval period, but wait, it was just patchwork, because if you took a section of the other cloth, it dates more back to Jesus's time. And look, if you test the substance that the thing is, it has body fluids. Wait, no, it doesn't. It's just paint, and it's just like it goes back and forth. This researcher says this, and that's why it's nonsense. This researcher says it's this, and that's why it's credible. And it's just, I'm all for you guys going for it, but it's just every single piece that either side could give has a counter argument to it. And it's just, I guess I just haven't I haven't gone and tested the damn thing myself, so I really just don't know at this point. Breaking the system. Nope, no spaces. That'll help. 263 subscribers. Alright, it's in my search history now, so I should be able to find it there. Alright, I'll look at that YouTube later. See, just read the chat. Read the chat in the back and forth of the Shroud of Turin that is going on right now. That's kind of why I've given up on it. There was this study that said this. No, that study was bullshit. Well, no, that person who said it was bullshit was bullshit. But we had this study that said this. Well, no, that study was bullshit. And it's drowned and that's not me trying to discredit it, because don't think that it's he doesn't know how to discredit it, so he's just trying to ad hominem it or whatever. I'm really not. Genuinely, it's just been so drowned in information from either side that I personally don't know how to weed through it. That's just me. So yeah, that's what I got, man. Primary reason for not believing: lack of evidence. Honestly. I just looked up their thing, and saw their channel. I didn't look at any of their. I didn't really peruse their channel at all. What are you doing? Did you get paint on that? Mm-hmm. See, this is. I want to find out, because I don't know if the live stream chat saves when I hit end, and I really want it to, because I want people to see what I'm seeing. When I go through, when I just the arguments that are going on in the chat regarding the Shroud of Turin. And it's just every credential on either side you can bring up, there's a counter argument against. And it just drowns. I understand it is a lot. That's my same reasoning for my own worldviews. You can literally back up anything nowadays, and instead of destroying my brain on the back and forth, I start with what I know. It's a fair place to start. See, it's been the Shroud of Turin's been overexposed. It's just been blown out of proportion as such a big thing that everyone's looking at. Maybe I need to go dive in. I'm really not trying to just discredit it. I'm not equipped to dig through all of the information on either side and figure out who is wrong and who's right, and where each and every bit of information came from. Because some of this stuff is stuff that is, somebody posted on Facebook one time, and it's been added into the soup of evidence or whatever. It's just a big soup. It's just a big soup. Jesus Christ died for you to spend eternity with us. Have a nice day, brother. Sure. Died for you to spend an eternity with us. Have a nice day, brother. He sacrificed himself to save us from the system that he created, that all went downhill with an incident in a garden that was 100% his fault. And then he got back up after sacrificing himself. Got back up a couple days later like nothing happened. Just walked around talking to people, let someone stick their fingers in his wounds like it was a party trick, and then skipped back up to heaven. He's fine. It wasn't a sacrifice. And even if it was a sacrifice, it was completely unnecessary. See, there was pigments and dyes. There were no pigments and dyes. The blood was still red. No, that's a myth. This doctor's good. No, he wasn't. Yeah. I'd be open if anyone wants to send me, I don't even know. If anyone thinks that they have good documents, a good summary of documents about the Shroud of Turin, good study material. But with that, he was literally tortured for almost a day. Every one person agrees that crucifixion was a brutal way to die. And that's fine. But he's God. He's an eternal, all-powerful being who existed in paradise for eternity before that point and will exist in paradise for eternity after that. He came down for 30 years, had 30 years, had a pretty shitty end of life, terrible last day. I'm not trying to discount any of the suffering that Jesus in the Bible went through. Jesus went through according to the Bible. It sounds awful, but what I'm saying is 2 days later, he got back up like nothing happened. Walked around, said hi to people, let someone stick their fingers in his wounds like it was a party trick, and then he skipped back up to his eternal bliss in heaven. This eternal God being is who we're talking about. So for the whole day, all this suffering and whatnot, a day or two, a couple days, of suffering. It's like, I got it, it's like, I do. But not when he skips back up to heaven, 36 hours later. That doesn't really do it to me. Doesn't really do it for me. 36, 48 hours later, it was a couple of days. Day and a half, 2 days. The story of Jesus reads like a psychopath, putting himself in the shoes of people, learning how cruel existence is and saying, my fault, G, but still too stubborn to admit he was in the wrong. God sent himself to sacrifice to himself to satisfy his own wrath. Jesus hung out for 30 years, had a bad weekend, and gets to live in eternal paradise. And that's supposed to be a sacrifice. It's supposed to be a sacrifice. If I sacrifice myself for someone, I am doing so with the understanding that, as far as I can tell, I will cease to exist. My consciousness, at least, will cease to be, and that'll be it. I will actually give my everything. Jesus knew he would get back up, so it's like he willingly went to sacrifice himself. He knew that he would be fine 2 days later. You know, fuck, if I had immortality and I could just get back up, I would be in Gaza or Ukraine right now taking bullets for children. I would just be bouncing back up left and right. You know, I would be a human shielding like none other. Like, are you kidding me? I would, yeah, because it wouldn't be a sacrifice. I can't just be a human shield and protect people. But no. I could try to fly over there and try to shield a kid, probably die before I got close, but yeah. And thanks to him, should you be a horrible person, he takes the punishment for you on the cross. Thanks to him, should you be a horrible person, he takes punishment for you on the cross. If you're a horrible person, especially if you commit the unforgivable sin of not believing he exists, you suffer in hell for all of eternity. That's not, you know, he didn't take the punishment for me. If there's people suffering in hell, something worse than the crucifixion, actual torment, even though Jesus went down to hell for a minute, just for a minute. Other people have to do it for like eternity. So like he didn't take shit. He didn't take shit. I could be a wonderful human being all of my life and not believe in God and absolutely reject God, and I'd burn in hell for all of eternity. Meanwhile, a serial killer could find God at the end of his life on his deathbed and go to heaven. The unforgivable sin is believing he exists and attributing to Satan. Incorrect yet again, Drew. Alright, I wasn't saying actual, like, unforgivable sin. I'm just saying if you don't believe in him, it's so terrible that he'll burn you in hell for all of eternity. I wasn't talking about the unforgivable sin in the Bible. Yeah, both of you. I wasn't talking about the unforgivable sin in the Bible. Which, there is the unforgivable sin in the Bible. And I have made that mistake in the past. So I do understand the confusion there. I should have been more clear. You gotta make a movie about Drew Skaggs becoming the second coming of Jesus and then protecting kids in Gaza. Let's go. I'll do it. If you can literally save all of humanity from damnation by going through what Jesus did, most decent people would at least give it a shot. Jesus was a cult leader who told us to follow terrible laws. Yeah. Who told you that if you don't believe in him, you're going to hell? A lot of people. And if you say that's wrong, that's great. I don't really care because everyone has their own flavor of Christianity, and I know not everyone agrees that if you don't believe, you won't go to hell, or not everyone believes that if you don't believe, you'll go to hell. I understand that, but I'm not here to play no true Scotsman, frankly. $5 trillion in the box office. Every human being on Earth calls it the greatest film ever made. Yeah, man. That's an inaccurate representation of salvation. Hell is by free will, which sounds kind of crazy, by completely and freely rejecting God, which takes away everything God gave him. You know, I have a kid. And if my kid grows up and decides that she wants nothing to do with me, I will not make it a goal of mine to ensure that she suffers without me, to ensure that life without me is just eternal awful punishment. So the fact that this all-loving God, Father, Creator being has a system set up where it is either love me and spend eternity in paradise with me, or reject me and suffer for all of eternity, is super fucked up. I would want my daughter to live a long, happy life without me. I wouldn't take away any chance of happiness just because she can't have me. Even in a system, which God's in charge of the system, so he can make whatever system he wants. Even in a system where God is light and love and whatnot, he can still have a realm where you can still be happy, where it's not eternal bliss or eternal suffering, whether you choose him or not. That's shitty and abusive. Follow my laws or suffer. This is not a free choice. It's an ultimatum. Yeah, if it's a free choice, I decide not to go to hell. It shouldn't be if I reject God, then I just have to suffer for all of eternity. That's not what God does either. Okay. According to your flavor of Christianity, I assure you there are a lot of Christians out there that will disagree with you. If your daughter pushes you away, can she still access a weekly allowance on her? I would still want to give her whatever I can. If she needs money from me, I can give it to her. I would want her to have the best life with or without me. Now, if she does completely cut me off, she won't have that weekly allowance. But there is thankfully a world where she can still have a good life without me. And especially if I'm the God creator being of the universe, I can still make sure she's good without me. There's a lot of things that I'm hearing that are not understood correctly. Not out of ill will on your part. I just don't think anyone has explained it properly. The problem is there's thousands of different denominations of Christianity, each with their own idea of what God is, what he wants from us, what he will do to us, all of this stuff. And within each of those denominations, there's however many people are in the denomination with their own varying ideas on what God is, what he wants, what he will do to us. I'm a pretty small content creator, and I've only been doing this for 2 years. And I've had dozens, maybe more, different types of Christianity in my comment section. All saying, this is the right form of Christianity and those others are wrong, even though all of these others are disagreeing with them and saying that they're wrong. So, if you have a flavor of Christianity where God won't send me to hell and suffer for all of eternity for rejecting him, great, I'm on board for it. Sounds like a nicer flavor. But that's not really the most popular flavor. Hell isn't separation from God, it's punishment. True separation is to stop existing at all. Well, that's how they paint it as, because God is everything that is good and light. So if you reject him, you lose all that is good and light. If I was the creator God being of the universe, I would not set it up that way. Especially, and I gotta end the live stream. I wanted to end the live stream like 10 or so minutes ago, but you can peruse my channel to find more or join me next week for the next live stream. The God of the Bible is a shitty, horrible being. He is a monster, an abusive, manipulative monster who supports things like slavery, genocide, misogyny, and child abuse. That's the being that I'm supposed to follow. The same being that doesn't give me any good evidence that he even exists to begin with. And if I read that with the moral compass that he gave me and say, no, fuck that God's a monster. And if I use the intellect he gave me to see that there's no good evidence that he exists and decide I just have, well, not really a decision to not believe in him, but definitely decide I want nothing to do with him even if he does exist, and not be able to believe in him based on lack of evidence, and I get sent to hell for all of eternity, that's a fucked up system. Even if I did believe in him, if it's the God of the Bible, fuck him. According to the moral compass that he gave me, he's a monster. And I would say fuck you, and I'd burn in hell for all of eternity. So that's just what it is. And it is the end of my live stream. But yeah, if you have a nicer flavor of Christianity, I'm all for it. I love seeing nicer flavors of Christianity. I love seeing Oh no, just because you're an atheist, that doesn't mean that, you're the worst scum of the earth following Satan. Oh no, God does love you, and will support your gay lifestyle or whatever. Gay lifestyle or whatever. There's nicer flavors of Christianity, and I'm so happy. And I'd be glad if anyone finds that flavor. But when it's not the prevailing flavor, when like over half of the other flavors disagree with that, I don't know, man. When the Bible itself disagrees with that, I don't know. I don't know. But thank you all so much for watching and commenting and having this conversation. This was a good conversation. Good conversations throughout, especially at the end there. Don't move the stool. I'm usually live every Tuesday night at around 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time-ish. I moved it to Wednesday this week just because of scheduling and whatnot. But I'd be happy to see you guys in other live streams and comment sections and other live streams where we can discuss this stuff more. Because I'm not trying to like cut it off in the middle of the thing. It's just, frankly, I'm exhausted. It's my birthday. I kind of want to chill for an hour or so before I go to bed and just enjoy the rest of my night. So not going to be doing one of my 2-hour live streams or whatever, but thank you all so much for being here. I always appreciate if anyone who's willing to stop by even for a second, greatly appreciated. I'm a random nobody on the internet who doesn't particularly deserve any kind of praise or anything. So like anyone giving me any kind of attention is like cool, especially sticking around, engaging with chat, all that good stuff. I love it and I appreciate it so much. So thank you all so much for being here, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, night, whenever you're watching this, and hope to see y'all later. Bye.